Let's open that up. Look at this. What started off as cauliflower ended up as mashed potatoes. Hey everyone, I'm Sean Sarantos and I'm here with Beast Sports Nutrition to show you how to make a healthy recipe. What I will be making is some steak with mashed potatoes using cauliflower. It's high protein, it's delicious. It makes you feel like you're having a cheat meal, but you're not having a cheat meal so you can eat it every day. Let's look at what we're gonna need though, all right? First of all, we have our liquid aminos to give you that soy sauce flavor, but it's not soy sauce. We got some sriracha because everyone loves sriracha, let's be for real, all right? Adobo seasoning to go ahead and put in that pan, hot mustard, and some minced garlic to add that extra flavor. And it's gonna be so much flavor, it's ridiculous. Your taste buds are gonna be going nuts. We have our steak, cube, flank, doesn't matter. We can go ahead and cut up the way that we need it. We're gonna be throwing it in that pan. Frozen cauliflower, all you're gonna need to do is microwave it, and that goes straight into our magic bowl over here, our blender, to go ahead and give it that mashed potato texture. It's gonna be so good. And if you want cheese, go ahead and pour on top of everything, because cheese tastes so good. It's gonna be so good. Anyways, that's everything that we're gonna need, and I can't wait to get started. So we're gonna go ahead and throw that cauliflower in Tupperware or a bowl with saran wrap over it. We're gonna heat it for 7 minutes, and that's gonna give us enough time to go ahead and hit these seasonings on the steak. That last minute on your microwave with cauliflower, that's when you wanna go ahead and start preparing your steak. Only because it's not gonna take very long to get the steak going, and you still want the cauliflower to be nice and hot when we melt that cheese. All right, so now we're ready to go ahead and start cutting our steak. I got the pan already on that medium temperature. That's what we're gonna do it on. If you do flank steak, by all means do flank steak, but if you're on a budget like me, sometimes we go ahead and do the steak cubes, which is fine to do. Let's go ahead and get that started right now. Cut them into smaller bits over here. All right. Now we got all our meat cut up into nice bite-sized pieces. I'm gonna throw that on the skillet. It's gonna make the most beautiful sound in the world. Yes. Gonna move that around, separate the pieces a little bit. It already smells so good, but we're gonna make it even better because we're gonna add all those bad boys. So this is where we get to have a little bit of fun with it. The first thing that I like to go ahead and put in first is your liquid aminos, only because when I start putting all the other seasonings, the powders and stuff like that, it's gonna go right into the liquid. You're gonna mix it up, it's gonna catch on everything. All the flavors is gonna soak into the meat. It's gonna be great. Oh, the bubbles. Move the meat around a little bit, let it all go ahead and catch. Keep in mind, we have a good amount of seasonings that we're gonna go ahead and put on. The reason that this is that we don't want to go too banana sandwich on everything. So that's what we're gonna do right now. We're gonna go small amounts, even out throughout the whole thing. A little bit of sriracha, the adobo seasoning. A little bit of minced garlic in there. We're gonna save the honey mustard and just a pinch of sriracha at the end. All right. So while we're going ahead and let that sit, we can go ahead and prepare our mashed potatoes. And by the time we're done with our mashed potatoes, boom, the steak is done, and we can put it all together all at once so it's nice and hot and delicious. All right, the steak is sizzling. We pull out our mashed potatoes, be careful. They are still going to be nice and hot. Nice. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and use a spoon, start scooping it out, and just know any water that you scoop out, it's all right. That's just gonna help it mix that much better. It might seem like a lot, but you're gonna eat an entire bag of this cauliflower, and that's fine. A lot of people don't get their vegetables in throughout the day. You're about to get a lot of vegetables in your system throughout the day once you start making this out. You're gonna be able to fit all that cauliflower in here. It might not look like it, but don't you worry. That's good right there. Off to the side, close it up. Time to mix. The reason we keep shaking it is because it's going to be at the top as the solid part. Keep whipping it down to the bottom of the blender. And it'll catch. About 10 more seconds and it should be good to go. That steak is looking like it's about done as well. Let's open that up. Look at this. What started off as cauliflower ended up as mashed potatoes. Easy as that. Let's get our spoon. You don't have to eat all of it. Got a nice bowl here. It's gonna make a couple servings if you want. Go ahead and, oh my gosh. Look at that. Guys, gal, that's cauliflower right there. Just take out however much you want to go ahead and eat for this meal. I'd say that's a good amount right there. This is where we're gonna go ahead and take our honey mustard. Just half a spoonful, all right? And a little bit more of our sriracha. We didn't put a lot in that pan. Just a little bit of sriracha. Mix it up. It's gonna come out nice and orange. Now that cauliflower has a little bit of spice. What do we want next? We want a little bit of that cheese, and we want it to melt. So how are we gonna do that? Mashed potatoes are still hot. We got our shredded cheese. I don't have a preference on what kind of shredded cheese you use, all right? If you don't like mozzarella, you don't have to use it. You can use anything you want. Break that shredded cheese up. Nice. We're gonna put it right there on top, nice and evenly. Here comes our steak to the rescue. That steak should be nice, hot, seasoned with all those flavors that you have going in the pan. And we're gonna put it right on top. There you go. Mix it all together. For Beast Sports Nutrition, I'm Sean Sarantos. And don't forget
to eat like a beast.